Let's get straight into it.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Half-Ass Gamers. I'm still in the middle of playing Power Wash Sim because these levels are long as fuck. So I will probably be slightly distracted for the first few minutes. But hey, guess what? I don't fucking care. We're going to still run this thing.
Gaming, that's how it works, dude.
Yeah,
Couple gamers being gamers, you know?
yeah, man. Games
Couple
always
gamers talking like gaming podcast talking about gaming while gaming.
damn,
Hello?
damn. That's,
Hello?
yeah, that's basically our brand. You
That's
know?
it.
You don't know this, but
I
every
should I
other
should
episode, we've been playing games.
yeah, I should load up a game. Load up a fucking
Bro, we both have ADHD. This is not going to go well.
yeah, this will not go well. Actually not go well.
Oh, fuck, son. It's
We're
all
talking
right.
about that. What have you been playing then, Mr. He's a Gamer?
This week has been very light on gaming.
Okay.
Um, I've been working on some other stuff, so it's yeah, it's been a little strange. I think I played like a little bit of Red Dead, and that was on like Monday, I think, Monday night or Tuesday night. And other than that, I haven't really been playing much else. Been playing a lot of Sons of the Forest, but once me and Nick finish that, we're pretty much done, and we finished that on I want to say Sunday night or Monday night. So
So is the main story kind of there or like
the
nah like
entire story is there. It's just a bunch of the world still needs work, if that makes sense.
okay.
So
So, because I know it's early access, but it's just like,
yeah, I feel like they might extend a few parts of the story,
mm,
but as far as it goes, like the main story elements and all that is already in the game. It's just other elements like building and like the
that they're going to
environment and stuff.
expand on and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Grow
yeah. Because
those.
me and Nick found a bunch of like caves that are marked as caves, but there's like nothing in it. Like it's a short hallway and that's it.
Okay.
And so we're pretty sure that's the kind of stuff that's going to get like extended and expanded.
They'll do all that type of stuff.
But yeah,
But that's about it.
pretty much, yeah. And then I started playing Power Wash Sim today because I was like,
Is that on Game Pass? Did you get it on Game Pass or did you just pick it up like cheap or?
I've just got a from a friend's account, so
Oh, I see.
yeah, yeah.
I
But
haven't checked if there's any
yeah,
good free to play games on Steam at the moment. Not Steam,
I did see a
like
few
in
that
Epic
came
Games.
up.
Epic Games.
Yeah, I saw like a few on Steam actually that were free to play. I just don't remember what they were. A friend of mine was like chucking them in a group chat, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's kind of nice every now and then just getting like free games on Steam.
Hmm. I was
But
gonna say,
as
I
far as
know
Epic
Epic
goes,
Games does like a bunch. I normally have like a where is it? I normally have a thing that
yeah,
just tells me all the
yeah,
where
Epic
is it?
normally has one like
Yeah.
every day. Not every day, every month. I think they have like two or three.
Yeah. So at the moment, what's free until March 9th, that's today, was Rise of Industry.
Oh
And
yeah.
then what game's coming next? Call of the Sea. That's actually sick. That's a really good game, Call of the Sea. You know, Call of the Sea. Very cool game.
Uh,
That's going to be from March 9th to March 16th, Call of the Sea.
okay.
Would be there. Very
Never
good
heard of
game.
it.
Like, really, really good game.
Yeah, what's it about?
I'll click on it. So I played it on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
Um, but Call of the Sea is an otherworldly tale of a mystery and love set in the 1930s South Pacific. Explore a lush island paradise, solve puzzles, and unlock secrets in front of your husband's missing expedition. In the hunt, sorry. It's really cool. It's got like a little bit of puzzles and stuff in it. Really, really cool setting. Great art style. Yeah, it's just very, very basic. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain it. I only played a small amount of it because that's how I am. Um, but it was good. It was really good. So
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Well, I will give that a look. See when I jump onto Epic and check it in my library. But what about yourself, man? You been playing anything this week?
Um, haven't been playing a huge amount this week. It's been the classic Hogwarts. I did get Risk of Rain for my brother. I don't know if you've ever played Risk of Rain 2.
No, I can't say I have.
And I love that game. That game's so good. So got Risk of Rain. Um, yeah, and I've been playing that with him. Very fun game. It's a roguelike, so we were playing on a bit of a hard difficulty. It's just one like him and I both jumped on, and he was playing Hogwarts, and I was trying to jump onto Hogwarts, and we both were kind of like a little too overstimulated to like concentrate on like a single player game.
Yeah.
So then we were trying to look through games to figure out like what to play, like something that's like kind of chill, something that's like a little easy. Mainly when I feel like I'm overstimulated, I'll have like YouTube on, I'll be like listening to music. I have a lot going on, and it's hard to kind of concentrate. So you need something that can like match that.
Yeah.
And being a roguelike, Risk of Rain is literally just you come in on a survival pod, you go through different waves, and at the end of each like kind of level, there's a little boss that you can like activate. The quicker you make it through, the easier it is. The longer you stay in the level and buy stuff and earn money and then activate the boss, the harder it actually gets.
Yeah.
But then you get more gear and you get more stuff. So it's a classic roguelike situation, but it's super easy. You just jump in, super mindless. You can have other things going on. If you die, it's not like the end of the world. But him and I were playing that, not for a huge amount, but I love that game. If you've got like a good group of friends and they kind of pick it up, it's so much fun to play. But then just like Hogwarts, haven't jumped into EFT or anything like that. Did load up Wildlands to play with some of the boys at one point, but
love
like,
that game.
Yeah, I played it for like probably half an hour. Same thing, just wasn't really feeling it and had to go to bed. But it's been good. Like I said earlier, I've had a couple of days off, so I've just been like kind of chilling, kind of vibing, kind of catching back up on sleep, taking myself out and doing some bits and pieces, but also like not trying to push it as well. It's been nice. Yesterday was like pretty much a stay-at-home day, and I tried to do a bit of Hogwarts, do some cleaning, but pretty much didn't really leave the house too much. That was good. So,
yeah, that's good, man. I'm glad to hear.
Yeah. But Risk of Rain, highly recommend. If you guys know Risk of Rain and you played it, very good game. You can pick it up quite cheap on like instant gaming and stuff like that. I think it's like $15. Even on Steam, it normally drops down on Steam sales, but the game's been around for a while and it's very, very good. Okay. Very, very good.
Yeah, I'll give that a look see. But yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, anything else kind of piqued your fancy this week as far as games go?
Not a lot. I've been trying to watch a bit on the finals, because that like I think we mentioned it last week that was going into like a open beta. I didn't get to play it, but there's been a couple of videos coming out. Even Skill Up's done a video on it. A few people have done videos on it, but it looks really, really cool. That's I think the creators of like Dice have 2 games in the works that's on that one, and I've just heard positive things.
Cool.
But not really, man. Like it's been one of those ones where I've been kind of keeping an eye on stuff, but kind of not.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that weird one with work. It felt like I worked a lot and then like kind of dropped off, and then now that I've had a couple of days off, it's kind of been good just to like recharge the batteries a little bit more and then push through. So
I feel that, man. I feel that. Especially with you, like you kind of overwork yourself a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. You're definitely way too hard of a worker, and your workplace does really take advantage of you. But you know, that's I think most workplaces. I'm gonna be real. But no, it's good, man. I'm glad at least you're
But I'm keen to see, like, with the finals and stuff like that, a couple of more of those games, I'm kind of keen to see how they go, because I enjoyed a Hogwarts that I've played of it, but like single-player games, they definitely have a place, and I love that, like, Hogwarts got really good feedback. People loved it for the game that it is. But sometimes it's like, with the finals, that just looks like brainless fun. Like, destruction looks insane. It's like a PvP, like, type of shooter. Seems like heaps of fun. And I found like you and I played a little bit of it, but the last one that I played that was kind of like a mindless fun one was Blood Hunt.
Oh yeah,
But I feel like we haven't had really anything since then. Blood Hunt was a bit harder because it was a battle royale. Um,
yeah,
and like that's the worst thing with battle royales because they're longer games. You have to invest a little bit more time in it. Where if this is like I actually know I haven't watched the overall impressions on the finals. I've just watched bits and pieces. Um, but being like more PvP, round based, like a bit more of a shooter, that could be a lot of fun.
yeah.
So,
I can
but
see that.
that's why I like was excited to jump into Risk of Rain just because like it's so casual. You can make it less casual if you want, but it's a roguelike, dude. You just jump in. If you die, you die. Like that's it. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, I think especially in the last few years, roguelikes have really gotten better in that
Way
way.
better.
Like,
Yeah, way better.
yeah, even if it's one that's like a persistent game, it's a little bit more. I'm not going to say casual, but you can have it in a more casual atmosphere, if that makes sense. Like it's they're not casual games because obviously um a lot of them have rather permadeath or aspects of it that requires you to kind of sit down and focus on what you're doing.
Yeah,
But you can approach it in like, oh, I want to play a short amount today kind of thing instead of having to dedicate half a day to play a game kind of thing.
yeah. That's great. Like it's like you need that, and I feel like they really hit that on the head. And it's like all of them. Like I've played a few really good ones. Dead Cells, Hades, like they know what they're doing. They definitely have a market. Um, yeah, like yeah. It's I never got people that didn't really like roguelikes. Like I kind of get it, but I don't. Like they're just
Roguelikes,
yeah.
it's like a lot of games, right? It's different games are meant for different people, different playstyles, different things, right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
can't love everything, and not everyone is going to love everything. Like I may really do enjoy like Souls games and everything, and half of it is like art style, but I know a lot of people don't like Soulsborne games. They don't like Elden Ring. They don't like things, and I understand where it's coming from because they can be somewhat unapproachable.
Yeah,
And again, if you're playing casually or if you don't have, the biggest mindset for those kinds of games, like they're not going to be an enjoyable experience. And there's nothing wrong with not liking something. Like
yeah,
it's, um, I mean, fuck, I started playing Power Wash Sim today, and I never thought I'd enjoy it, but here I am still playing it as we're
this
doing this
man's a
episode because it's just like weirdly cathartic and like really nice for my brain. Like,
yeah, yeah,
but having seen footage of it or like I watched all of Markiplier's playthrough, it's a very peaceful experience. But I never thought I'd actually enjoy playing it.
yeah.
But yeah, a friend was like, "Oh yeah, I picked it up if you want to give it a try because they're on holiday at the moment." Um, so I was like, "Yeah, why not? I'll give it a go, see what it's like." And yeah, I'm really really enjoying it. But it, I mean, like farm sim games, right? Would you play those? I mean, I know you've played the trucker simulator
I'm
game.
I'm banned from them. So
Yeah,
I'm banned from these games. I'm not allowed to because of my addictive personality. Um,
exactly. But
so
like,
Zoo Tycoon, farm simulators, anything like that, I'm actually banned from them. Like my mum has like, if she sees me playing one, I'm done,
uh,
bro. Because like I remember once I like, and I'm not even exaggerating. I think I played 48 hours straight. Like I
yeah,
didn't get off it. Like I didn't have anything to do. It was like kind of doing, and I just fixated and I went crazy, dude. I think it was like 48 hours straight seems a little ridiculous, but I think it was something like that, like 2 days, just like yeah, it was fucked. So I'm kind of banned from them.
yeah, man. Hey, it be that way sometimes though. Like you hit those games, but at the same time, I'm sure that I mean we've probably mentioned a good few on here that you've sat down to play, thought it looked good, you went to play it, and you couldn't get into it, you didn't enjoy it. or you bought a game, you gave it a go, and you like hear a lot of hype about it, and then when it's time to actually play it yourself, you just don't think it's great. Like you don't enjoy it, and again, like that's a totally fine and fair experience. And I think that too many people approach things because it'll be their favorite game. They approach it as like a slap in the face, like it's insulting to them that you don't enjoy what they like.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I know a lot of people, especially in the like who are into Souls games, kind of get like that. Like, I don't always want to read all the lore of every fucking item in the game. Sometimes I just want to like run around and whack stuff with a stick and do dumb things because I find it fun. But there are some people out there who are like, "Oh, you're playing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Oh, you're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
enjoying it." Like, and it's again, it's the same with everything. But like, just because I don't enjoy something, or just because someone else doesn't enjoy something, doesn't mean that it's like this isn't me attacking you. This is just me playing a game that isn't meant for me. Like, I say the same thing with movies and music and everything. It's very much not everything is made for everyone. Sometimes it's made for a specific fan base or a specific like way that you want to play, and if you're just not into it, you can't get into it. Like it's is what it is.
But it's like one of those, like, there's always games for certain things in different moods. That's what I was trying to, like,
Yeah.
say earlier. Like, I don't know, some days it's like, I think you would be very similar. Your brain just goes like a million miles a minute. So it's either you need something that, like, zones you in. Like, I feel like the washing simulator can really do that.
Yeah.
And it zones you and it kind of gets you out. You can then fixate on that one thing. That's good. That's why I think, like, I'm banned from those sim games, because I can then fixate on a lot of things and it helps overstimulate, and I can, like, make sure, like, I go crazy. I got to make sure the money's perfect. Everything's, like, amazing. Like, it's fun. And then other times, like, you want that nice single player game. It's a bit of a story. But yeah, it's like finding what kind of suits you at that certain time and then making sure you know. So,
Yeah.
My cat just is climbing onto me to try and get love and kisses. Come here, Baba.
They don't hit the power button.
Yeah, he's fine. He's chilling. He's missed his dad. He's missed his dad. He's missed his dad.
Last like entire week that I've spoken to someone and they've been on a call and they've been like, "Oh yeah, my cat's just whatever doing thing. Oh no, press power button, turns off."
I have an iPhone 8 box over my PC button, so then he can't step on it. He used to do it all the time as a kid. And it's like an old iPhone 8 box. It's over it.
Smart.
So
yeah, no, it's yeah. But I think in general, like, especially with gaming, too many people get too wrapped up in the like they obviously, yes, you want people to enjoy what you enjoy, but it's just some things that aren't made for people. Like that they're not suitable for everyone. They're not made for everyone. Not everyone's going to enjoy it. Not everyone's going to get the same feeling from playing it. And like, that's fine. But, yeah, I think too many people get like personally offended and feel like they're being assaulted because someone doesn't enjoy something they do.
Yeah, I can kind of see that, but it's like one of those ones where at the end of the day, everyone's going to play their own thing. If you don't like a game that we've recommended, I'm not going to take it personally. Exactly. I have a very particular style of game that I like, and I kind of understand that. So
yeah.
I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Oh, so that's kind of what we've been playing a little bit. The sad thing is there's not a lot of gaming news since we last saw you. It's actually been really fucking quiet. Like, actually really quiet, unless you know of anything. I feel like there's been no gaming news. Like,
I think
nothing.
there's been, like, minor stuff. Most of it, I think, has been stuff. Like bug fixing things or like improvements to stuff. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head, at least, that would be
yeah, there's like, literally been nothing.
Yeah.
Just checking Steam. There's like a Steam sale on certain games that I've seen and stuff, but like nothing. The only thing was like the finals beta and how much, like, it gets kind of wild to see how much publicity that's getting, but it is coming from one of the biggest like ex devs and CEOs of one of the biggest companies ever. So you'd expect all eyes on it. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, very true. I think it's also a little bit of like, at the moment, it's a bit slow with like releases, with announcements, with kind of everything going on. Like, as much as we'd love to report on things, there's nothing to report on. I mean, you can't really. Just one of the quiet times of the year, you know.
Yeah, well, like I was looking through, there's a bit of like when I was trying to find news, there's a bit of stuff on fucking. When I say news, it's not really news, but like Fortnite new season coming out. Whoa, exciting! Like always around that time, but it's literally being so kind of quiet. That's like not like not the end of the world. Couple of different trailers. The only thing that kind of looked cool. But we've already spoken about it, and it was just like they've done a review on it, and it's IGN did a review. It's not a massive thing. Was the Castlevania DLC for Dead Cells? So, and I've heard really positive things about that. But we spoke about that I think 2 episodes ago. That they kind of teased that at one of the play events and stuff. So, that's really it. The only thing that I was going to try and tee up and do, but I think we've just been so busy and I have to come into probably next week's episode, was Creed 3, trying to organise to see Creed 3, because that's out, isn't it? Or is that coming out this Thursday?
I've already seen it, and I will talk about it when we get to the movie side a little bit.
You've seen it?
Spoiler, I have. I went to watch it the day after it came out, or the day it came out.
Okay.
Yeah, me and my brother, we went for like what was it, like a 1 p.m. screening or something? It was like empty VMAX theater. Just me, him, and then it was like an old couple. The movie itself, we'll get into movie stuff in a bit, but it's meant for a specific type of viewing. But we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Well, I've heard like really positive things about it, so I'm keen to hear. But yeah, the only other thing was like so small stuff, man. It's kind of just like Starfield had the official release date announcement. It was just a small video. I actually need to remember what that was. So it only came out today. I heard a bit of buzz around that. What was the date?
I think it was March or April?
September.
But, September, there you go.
Yeah. September 6th, 2023. So not too bad. Kind of the window I kind of expected, knowing they'll probably delay and you'll see November. If they have a September window, probably see them delay and you'd hit it like November at some time. Maybe end of October. I never know. When you see a September 6th release, kind of like really good window, but it then gives allowance if they need to delay 3 weeks into like late of December or early October. So I see a release date like that and I'm like, sick, but also like I'm not going to be, because that's the end of US summer, isn't it? No. When's US summer? I always forget.
Yeah, it would be. August is... Yeah, it would be the end of their summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that? Are you still playing Simulator?
I literally just finished the mission.
Just finished it? Hey, that's sick. Yeah. I played the lawn mowing one.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I think me and Locke played it actually. So
yeah, that one's a pretty funny one. I'm not gonna lie.
Are we having another drinky night tonight with the podcast? Because I have had a cider, just one, but
I'm not. But
nice.
I am under the influence of something. So,
bro, I love you. You're a funny man. You're a funny man.
What the fuck? I don't always want to drink, but you know, sometimes I do want to get high. What can I say?
Yeah.
It is 100% legal. I have an actual card saying I am certified to.
I love how you have to bring that up. I love how you have to bring it up. You should have just been a bad boy. No,
I have to in case someone I know happens to be a fucking cop and decides to be like, you shouldn't be talking about it. It's like, yeah, well, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no, smart. I thought you'd be like a wow. Gaming news, Starfield. Really, that is going to be quite the game.
I think that's probably the biggest news.
That's
so
literally
far.
it. There's a couple of other little bits and pieces, but fuck me, man. It's
fucking Warlong Fallen Dynasty, didn't that come out?
Oh, that did actually come out, and that's been having a lot of positive reviews. But I'm very toxic with that game company because I think I've bought every single one of their games and never actually played them.
Yeah, Team Ninja and shit. Yeah.
I have Neo 2. I actually want to see how many hours I have in Neo 2. I'm like, fuck, those games look sick. I watch videos on them and then I buy them and then I never play them. I literally never play them. And it's like the thing of like, I kind of know that I don't want to play them. I just buy them. So it's going to do the same with this one. I'm just like, and then I'm like, fuck. I actually want to see how many hours I have. It's kind of fucked. I was watching a movie before coming onto this podcast. Very good movie.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it. It was just while we're dinner. But very good movie. What the fuck? Cold War is on Steam. Okay.
Yeah, Cold War's on sale at the moment.
Where is it? I'm going to be actually so upset when I see this. Because I paid this full price. As I always do. Where's N? A, B, C? No, we don't need to do that. Maybe we do.
You can type it up the top. It's NIOH.
No, I'm finding it. Neo 2, the complete edition. I played it for 66 minutes. Yes, just over an hour. I probably saw that I was at the hour mark and turned it on and left it there for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Just to make it like that slightly better. 66 minutes, Neo 2. Fuck, that's a really cool game.
Yeah,
fuck, I should probably download that. I should probably re-download that game and just fucking say that I'm going to play it and then not.
Oh man, don't worry. It's there with Spider-Man and a few other games.
Stop. It's my actual toxic trait. It's fucked.
Hey, actually, bro, I think that's like most of us. I'm gonna be real. There's like
I've still got Miles Morales and I'm so excited to play it, but I need to finish the OG one first. So I don't. Dude, will we ever get to Miles Morales?
Maybe. We'll see. Who knows?
I don't know, man.
I have like 30 games installed, and I think I've only played 2 this week. And one was with friends, and the other one was actually on stream with another friend. And that's it. And like the last month, I played the same 3 games. So like, it's fine, bro. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. I reinstalled Dying Light, and I'm just like, never gonna touch it.
I love that. I love that. It's like one of our things. Like, we feel like we have enough, like, we're working full-time jobs. Well, I'm working a full-time job.
I'm not at the moment, but yeah. I was.
The other thing, we've got to do it. The other thing, I do have a girlfriend now, so it's like that plays into it. So it's like you don't know. She goes to a different school. You guys won't know her. She goes to a different school. She's real though.
Yeah,
she's not
and then there's me who's just like, nah, bro, I'm too busy watching YouTube videos because that's literally all I do. Like,
that's the worst. I want to actually ask, and I need to hear feedback from people. You guys know what at us. Do you literally come home, load up a video game, sit there, like you've paid like $100 for this video game or whatever, you play like 2 minutes of it, and then you literally open up YouTube, and then we'll sit there and watch YouTube for 6 hours. Like, does anyone else do that? We need to do a poll and figure it out. I feel like that's such a fucking, and it's like so bad because then
in the fucking link of this episode, I'm gonna put a link to like a straw poll, and I just want to like tally it up over the course of the like week or even to the end of the month. I don't care if there's 3 people that vote. Those 3 fucking people, I need to know. Do you do this? Because I swear to God, I used to do this all the fucking time. I'd come home at like 3 o'clock from my last job because I worked 7 to 3. I'd come home at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'd sit here and I'd be like, I don't even know if I want to play a game. Fuck it. And I just sit here and watch YouTube until like 9 o'clock. And then someone would be like, hey man, you want to play a game? And I'm like, sure. I'd play for a half hour and then I'd leave.
The best thing that I will say, and I hate saying this, but the best purchase I've probably made in my whole life is YouTube Premium.
Oh, same.
The amount that I fucking, like, I hate that I use YouTube Premium, but I will literally just come home, like same thing with my brother. I'm finding some games now that I can just grind while doing it, but it's just like, I will come home, I will sit down, I will be like, what's updating at the moment on my PC? Hogwarts Legacy, having a bit of an update. We have Miles Morales, Spider-Man about to do an update. I was updating Valheim, Rust recently updated. I saw Lock Jump on that. I was going to play it. So I'm updating all these games. And then I'm like, YouTube for 6 hours.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. They're just a couple of gamers. That's all I can say. A couple of gamers in the house. Couple of gamers in the house. But yeah, in gaming news, like I said, there's not a lot. We mainly just watch YouTube. We don't even play video games, and there's like nothing talking about like.
Because like I know about stuff in games, but they're not like important news. It's just like random small thing. So yeah. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's move on to the movie section. What do you say?
I've been watching a lot of movies recently, so I'm kind of hyped about this.
Same. All right.
Kind of hyped about this.
Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I could go first. I'm trying to think what, because I've seen some stuff, but I'm trying to think what I've watched. I talked about We Have a Ghost last season. Fuck, what else did I watch recently? That was like new. That was good. Shit, let me pull up my Netflix. Well, tonight I was watching I Origins. If you guys know I Origins, it's an incredible film. It is on Disney Plus. That film's just beautiful. Just like one of like a classic that I love. The other one that I was watching the other day, just because literally me, and when I say literally me, I don't mean it as the character that he plays, but also kind of the character that he plays. But I was watching Crazy Stupid Love.
Yep. Classic.
Ryan Gosling. We love that. Talking about films, though, Anna de Armas and fucking Chris Evans have a new film coming out on... It's kind of shitty. It's like Apple movies. I don't even know if it's out. I have an Apple movie subscription, so I should check Apple TV. But it's called Ghosted. And it looks so good. Like, actually so good. Checking my Apple subscriptions going on.
Trying to see if I can find...
And then I was watching Black Swan the other night with Kat. I haven't seen that film in forever. And I forgot how like kind of messed up that film is.
Yeah, it is.
Psychological thrillers. We love that.
Yeah, buddy.
But just some basic. I still haven't seen The Whale. I'm really disappointed in myself with that.
That's all right. Be that way.
It do be like that sometimes, but doesn't... I don't think it's out yet. Ghosted. 21st of April it arrives. Ghosted. So
cool.
But just like couple of staples, you know.
Yeah.
I did want to start a new TV series, but I forgot what it was. What was it? Netflix, where you at? I've heard really good things about it. It's just come out. Trending now. Where was it? 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 Is it Mine? That's the one, isn't it? No, that's a film. Don't worry. I don't know. It was in the trending and it looked really good. It did. Is it Mine? Maybe it was Mine.
I don't know.
No, that's a movie. It's a movie.
Mine
I don't
movie, 2016. Army Hammer, Tom Cullen, Annabelle Wallace, David Zed, psychological thriller.
It's a
war
TV.
Film?
It's a TV series, unless it's this one. Is it? No, that's a movie as well. Bro, I'm really struggling to find it. Not Baby Teeth.
I'm just gonna spend the next 10 minutes.
I fixate on stuff. Nah, I can't remember. It looked cool. It was like a new TV series that came out on Netflix. It looked really cool. So, cool. But no, apart from that, it's just been, you know, kind of chill.
I feel that. Yeah, you need to go watch Creed and you need to go watch The Whale.
Yeah, The Whale I definitely need to watch.
Yeah, Whale is very emotional, but it's real good. Yeah, so this week I have watched a few weird ones. So there was a documentary on Napoleon Dynamite that I watched, which served kind of as a behind the scenes / documentary of the director making his first film, Napoleon Dynamite. So I was like, oh, sick. Oh, I'll watch Napoleon Dynamite again. And then for some reason, I think I like walked into the living room or something, or I like someone mentioned the name of one of the like Guy Ritchie films, and I'm like, fuck, I haven't seen a few of those. And then there's a bunch of them that I haven't seen in a long time, so I was like, screw it, I'm gonna just watch all the Guy Ritchie films.
Yeah, he's got a new one
Operation Fortune. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's the one that's in the theaters at the moment. I'm sure there's
Doesn't he have another one coming out? The Covenant. It just had like a kind of big trailer.
Yes, yeah.
It's got fucking who's in it? Jake Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Gyllenhaal.
I don't know when that one's coming out, but Operation Fortune was. Have you seen it?
21st of April, apparently. I haven't seen it yet. It's on.
It's really good.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. But in saying that, I don't know. Really good. I'm excited to watch it. I love all his films. I don't think there's been a single movie that I've seen from him that I haven't liked. Except maybe Aladdin. Because I always forget he directed that somehow. But yeah, like genuinely, no joke, he directed that fucking live action Aladdin with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Will Smith yeah. Don't know why he directed it, but don't know why he had anything to do with it. But even like the Sherlock Holmes movies, love those. King Arthur, great fucking movie. But I wanted to watch like, his movies, and so I watched Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I watched Snatch, Revolver for the first time. I've never seen Revolver, or if I have, I don't remember watching it. Rock and Roller is the only one I haven't yet, but that's on. I'm actually going to watch that today, so I'll probably watch it after the podcast, which is one of my favorite of all time from his. Man from U.N.C.L.E. Fucking love that movie.
I was going to say, man, you know how I stand with Man from U.N.C.L.E. No. Good. I actually might want to watch that tonight, actually. That's so fucking great. It's
on Netflix, so I'm very... that was actually...
They're doing a second one. I know it's rumored, but they're doing it. I don't know if it's actually official, but...
I think it's official, but I'm not positive anymore. But apparently there is a bit more movement on that, so hopefully. Watch The Gentleman, which I really love that movie too. Wrath of Man, Operation Fortune, and Rock and Roller are the last 3 I need to watch, and then I will have seen all his films.
Rock and Roll is really good. I haven't seen that in a while though. That's got I always fucking forget whose name it is.
Which one?
I forget it. Rock and Roller. The main guy,
Gerald Butler, or
that's the one. Yeah, Gerald.
I mean, technically, I'd say the main guy's probably Mark Strong.
I haven't seen that name in
Archie, because he's like the narrator of the movie and shit, So, the way I see it is, it's like him telling the story of everything happening. Yeah. But love that film. That's honestly probably my favorite one. I randomly quote parts from that shit with certain friends all the fucking time. But yeah, I don't know why. Just felt like it. Very happily watching all the films. I did the Tarantino ones not long ago, and I gotta say, while yes, they're different films, I just much prefer Guy Ritchie's movies.
Yeah,
like I love it because he does like gangster movies. They're all about a very specific thing, and in the sense of like it's almost mafia-esque kind of stuff. So I've always loved that. And Man from U.N.C.L.E., just because I love spy, espionage, Cold War movies, I love that one.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. is still going to be one of my favorite scene in that film. Literally favorite scene in that film is where he's on the boat, and he's like driving around, and he's sitting in the car, just eating like
just
that
eating
beautiful...
some random dude's sandwich.
And then he just like turns the car on, drives, and just takes out the boat. Like, what an actual fucking, what a G! That is like the best thing that I've ever seen in a film. Like,
dude, oh man, I love that movie so much. It's such a good,
very good
movie. Like it, I really do hope they make more. And like I've said, I think in a previous episode as well, I really hope they do another rock and roller. Sorry, but dude, I hope they do another Man from U.N.C.L.E. because that shit was so good. I love that movie. It's such a good movie. That was like the first one I actually sat down to watch, and then I went to watch the other one. And it is really cool to seeing him grow as a director and like not necessarily just find his vision, but like see what he can do with like different budgets. Because he started off with like basically no money, and at the time pretty unknown actors, and then getting to the point where now it's just like, oh, fuck man, he can ask whoever he wants to be in the film and they'll be in it, you know. But yeah, I've really been enjoying those. And then I went to watch Creed, which I will give a non-spoiler review. It is fucking great. I really liked it. It was filmed with IMAX cameras, so it is probably best suggested to watch it at IMAX. But the next best thing is try to find the biggest screen you can find, which I'm very glad me and Nick went to go watch it at VMAX, because obviously the nearest IMAX is like an hour and a half away, so I don't really want to do that. But VMAX, really fucking good. It's an amazing film. The only way it would have been better, is if we went to go watch it at like the Atmos Theater or something, with like the proper Dolby sound and everything going, because it is anime as fuck in certain parts of that movie, and it's really good. Yeah, if you've liked any of the Creed movies, go watch it. I actually watched.
I should watch all of them again. I forget what they're on.
I watched the first two. Well, I own them on Blu-ray and also digital copies, so I just watched those ones. But I watched the first two again as a like refresher for this one. There is no Rocky in this, I will say that. But it is for a good reason. So, I mean, obviously at the end of the second one, he had his proper goodbye. It's weird as fuck to be like constantly bringing him back. But it does feel more like an actual Creed film. It doesn't feel like, because the one thing I noticed in the second Creed film is Rocky feels more like the main character than fucking Adonis does. And that's not good for a Creed movie, but you know, it was still good. Don't get me wrong, it was still a good movie. I still really like it. But yeah,
I kind of forget
the third
that they had Rocky in it. They do.
Yeah, the first one, he's just kind of there, and like obviously he does still give all the inspiration, all that goodness.
Yeah.
But the second one, because obviously Sylvester Stallone, not only produced it, helped write it, but also directed it. It kind of ended up becoming a little bit more around him than anyone else, which is a little bit of a kind of shit thing, but like I'm so happy because it's more Creed films. But the third one is like it gives a bit more backstory, it gives a bit more everything, and again, I can't spoil it because I really want everyone to go out and watch this movie. I love these films. I love boxing films, and this one especially is like, it has really big anime shit happening in it.
Let's see.
Being directed by Michael B. Jordan, who was a huge anime fan, it's really fucking good. But yeah, 100%.
I didn't actually expect that from the trailer and stuff like that. I didn't really expect that kind of vibe. So I'm kind of keen to see like what it does and how it works. I've always loved the Creed films and stuff. But like I said, I haven't seen them in a while. I need to rewatch them. The last one I remember watching that I really loved was Southpaw. Like a fighting film. Like really enjoyed that.
Dude, Southpaw's so fucking good. And same with Warrior. That one makes me cry every fucking time.
Every single time. Even the start just makes me cry.
Dude, just man, that whole ass movie is just so fucking good. They build up everything so well. They like, dude, the part that always gets me as well is when Nick Nolte's fucking getting drunk in the hotel room, screaming about the audio story that he's listening to about Moby Dick. That shit, I don't know why. It's just like it always hits me so fucking hard. But I love that movie. Great fucking movie. Go watch that shit if you haven't seen it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as that goes.
Well, it's like the biggest thing that I feel like it's like kind of weird because we haven't spoken about it is watch like one of my guilty pleasures is like the Fast and Furious films. But is yours like the like fighting films? Have you ever seen like Never Back Down? Have you?
I wouldn't say that's a guilty pleasure because I find them like even bad. Like I love Never Back Down. Even the sequels, they're terrible fucking movies. But I really liked and like Undisputed. I love the Undisputed films. Like, dude, fighting movies are like.
Do you know what?
I love that shit.
Do you know what really fucks with my head so much?
What?
Never Back Down. Guess who's in it?
Oh, who?
I don't know why. I don't know why, but Amber Heard.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. Like,
hey man,
I just can't.
The love interest.
Yeah,
man. I remember that shit.
Yeah, well, it's just of course everyone remembers
that stupid bitch's face.
But I never like put one and like all two and two together. I was gonna say one on one. Fuck me, I'm so good. I'm like the worst with those lines sometimes.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Yeah, but it's like every time I watch it, I'm like, I don't see it as being like Amber Heard because she's so young in the film.
Yeah, it's a different Amber Heard at that.
I still can't believe that film came out in 2008.
2008, yeah.
2008.
Yeah, man. The sequel
That's wild.
With fucking Michael Jai White for some reason. It's one of those like direct to DVD kind of movies, but like even that, I actually enjoy it. It's stupid, but it's good, you know. And then there's like a third one as well where he ends up in I think Thailand, and dude, that one is so bad, but it is.
There's a series for it or something like that.
Probably.
There's like a Never Back Down TV series.
Dude, at this point, every movie that was successful at one point or another has a TV show. Like when they inevitably finish Fast and Furious, there will be a TV show. Like I guarantee you that.
Yeah. Well, there is already the anime TV show, Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah, true.
You're like, don't remind me of that. Don't remind me of that.
Just like the live action, every anime movie that's ever or show that's ever been made.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Cowboy Bebop. Yeah. We don't talk about that. We actually do not talk about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say them like guilty pleasures because honestly, I enjoy them. I don't care if they're bad. Like they're just enjoyable kind of movies. I love fighting movies. I love, I like action movies. You know, like it's just. I always had like even honestly, I'd say Jean-Claude Van Damme films are more of a guilty pleasure for me than anything else.
Okay.
That or maybe like rom-coms.
Okay.
I love rom-coms, but
I'm a massive rom-com person, man. It's fucked.
That's what I'm saying. They're guilty pleasure movies because they're bad movies, but they're so good. You know, like I really love them. I watch them and like fondly remember these movies, and I'll bring them up, and people are like, "That's a shit movie," and I'm like. I don't care. I enjoyed it. Like my favorite one is still The Proposal. Like
so good.
I love that shit.
It's like when you start using the lines from them as well and some stuff. So good. So good. I said I'm literally Ryan Gosling, everyone. And that's actually I want to just do something funny because I was like running through this the other day and like this podcast kind of been a little all over the place. We love it. Chaotic energy tonight. But let's look at Ryan Gosling films and just talk about.
Welcome to our podcast. You're along for the ride.
Yeah. No. All right, here we go. Ryan Gosling films. La La Land.
I've actually never seen La La Land.
Really?
I'm not joking.
How to Guess who's in La La Land as well?
There's a specific reason I haven't seen it. Well, I know J.K. Simmons, and that's the main reason that I watch it. Also, John Legend. Yes, I know Emma Stone is in it, obviously. Dude, I know.
Why is Emma Stone in like so many of his films? Hello?
I think they just like subconsciously have a thing for each other, and anytime that they're in a thing, they're just.
You can't say that after you can't say that after he met his wife on The Place Beyond the Pines.
I know, like
you can't say that.
Still,
you can't say that. You can't say
I also
that.
just want to say, I'm not surprised who he ended up with, because I'm gonna be real. Dude, she is fucking gorgeous, you know? And like
in that film as well, man.
He's fucking gorgeous too, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
like,
well, you know they're officially married now, so it's been that long, but I think they're actually like officially married. Like they're officially
for real?
Yeah, only thing happened recently when you look at the timeline of stuff.
Because I know that they've been together since like 2011.
They have 2 kids together or something like that. Pretty sure. Yeah, but I think they like officially got married like recently, like end of 2022.
Damn, respect, man. That's dude. He just man, he seems like the coolest dude. I'm very.
I you know I'm friends with him.
Oh, dude, you are him. What are you talking about?
I'm friends with him by association. So La La Land, Blade Runner 2049, 10 out of 10. Don't even fucking talk to me about that film. Drive?
No. 2049.
Okay, don't do
9.5 because Drive is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Drive is a 10 out of 10. Drive is definitely a 10 out of 10.
Dude, Drive is a fucking 10 out of 10. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Gray Man?
I give that a
9?
solid. Yeah, I give
8? Like 8.5, 9?
It's funny because we talk about like how Emma Stone, but then good old the 3 trio that's crazy is like Ryan Gosling, Anna De Armas, and then Chris Evans, Anna De Armas. Like they're different films because like Chris Evans was in Knives Out, she was now in this one. Like they've been. So when I saw The Grey Man and there was the 3 crossover, I was like, huh? What's going on here? The Notebook. The Notebook, dude. The Notebook. That is just. Even just thinking about it gets me a little teared up.
Barbie, soon to come.
Yeah, Barbie. My birthday. My birthday.
Yep.
Literally sees that movie and leaves the country. That's like me. It's going to ruin my life, but I have to leave the country.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Good. Great on.
That's actually a really good film. I recently rewatched that. I was like, damn, good film.
That's what I'm saying. If anything, that's like a guilty pleasure film for me.
Yeah. Because
I don't watch it much, but every time I do, it's like it's a fun movie. I can't say that it's not. Like it really is.
The Place Beyond the Pines. I would say highly underrated. Highly underrated. But not a 10 out of 10 film though. But still highly underrated.
I'd still say it's like a 7 or 8.
Yeah, I'd give it like a good 7.5, maybe an 8, depending on the day. Because if you haven't seen that film, it's broken up into pretty much two films. I like to say it. So part 1, and then it goes into like a part 2. Very cleverly done. But I feel like the first half of the film kind of carries quite a lot of emotional connection, and when I rewatch it, I love that part more. The second part, I kind of just feels like drops a little bit and goes a little too long. The Nice Guys.
Oh man,
that's such a good film.
I have to be real because I do. I want to give honest opinion. It's at least a 9. Like
yeah. At least a 9. I was gonna say at least a 9.5. Just because of when Ryan Gosling gets his fucking hands broken or whatever it is, and he squeals.
Yeah. No, when he's on the fucking toilet afterward, he's like kicking the door open. He's got the gun. Dude, that movie, like both of them have such good comedic chemistry with each other. It's a great movie. I love watching that shit. I watch it minimum like once every 6 months. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Very good film to just have on and just be like running through.
Blue Valentine I've never seen.
Huh?
Yeah. Dead serious.
You've never seen Blue Valentine?
I've never seen.
Oh, I think that's a bit of a red flag, bro. This is the first red flag I've seen of yours.
I've never had the opportunity to watch it, if that makes sense. And now that like I have free reign to go and watch it, I've just kind of put off. And it's not like I'm
It's a
sure the
good
movie's
film.
good.
It's a good
It's
film.
just I like there's other things I'd prefer to watch over it
Yeah.
right now, if you know what I mean, or like other films even with him in it that I'd prefer to watch.
It's a good film. It's a good film. Fall Guy hasn't come out yet.
Remember the Titans,
I forgot that he was in that. I don't know why.
dude. I forgot about the Titans. Yeah, it's an alright movie. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's not. I wouldn't really say he's the main character. It's a Denzel Washington movie,
Yeah.
But like, it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I'd say probably like a 7.
Yeah. I just forget that he's in it. I remember watching it like as a school film. I think it was like one we watched in school.
Yeah, same for me.
Here we go. Getting into some good shit now.
Bro, that's Gangster Squad is at least a 9.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. So there's 2 errors.
What's his name? I always forget his name. Josh
Brolin.
And guess who else is in that film? I hate to say it. Just guess who else is in it.
I don't know. Who else is in it?
Click on the cast and wait until you see it. You'll actually
Sean
think we're
Penn
fucking...
or Emma Stone. That's Nick Nolte, isn't it?
What do you think? We're fucking trolling.
Of course. No, it's Michael
Nick
Pena.
Nolte's from he's from Warrior.
Yeah,
isn't he?
Yeah,
he's so good in that.
I remember the first movie I ever saw him in was 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy. And then immediately was just like fucking horror film almost. And then I was just like, what the fuck? But yeah.
He was so good in Warrior.
Gangster Squad is honestly the like really, really, really good
movie. Yeah, really good film. Really good film.
Fracture
wasn't too bad. Fracture's a weird one. Because it was a different fucking, what was it under? Had a different name when it first came out or some shit.
Yeah, I think it was like a German or Dutch name.
Yeah. It's got that, I hate that dude. Why I hate him?
Hopkins?
Yeah, I hate him because he was so good in bloody, what's it called? Give me a second, I actually gotta look for it.
Silence of the Lambs?
No, TV series.
Oh,
one of my favorite TV series. I'm pretty sure it's him.
I don't know if he's ever.
I'm pretty sure it's him. I'm pretty sure it's him. I'm pretty sure it's him.
Oh, I need to look at his filmography. Acting career. Where can I see his actual filmography?
Westworld. Yeah, he was. It was Westworld.
Oh yeah, Westworld. Yeah.
He was really good in that. That monologue that he does to Dolores, to me, is one of the best monologues in like TV.
Yeah, I mean, I keep thinking Westworld was like a series of movies for some reason because it basically was.
It was a movie. It was based off a movie.
Well, not just that. Fracture, like the actual series itself felt like
a
series of movies, if that makes sense.
Like, I don't know if I remember Fracture at all, if I'm being honest. I actually don't think I've seen that. I normally am pretty good at seeing Ryan Gosling films, but I don't think I've seen that.
Very long time, so I'm not too sure.
First Man, incredible.
First Man, great fucking film.
Yeah, great. Didn't that win a lot of like awards? At one point,
I think it won a couple.
Very good film. Not like the most incredible film, but very good film.
No, like I'd
give
still
it like
say like it's not a bad
7.
It's like a 6.5, 7.
Yeah. We're just gonna fly through some of these because now we've been talking about Ryan Gosling for a little too long. We're nearly about to hit our hour mark.
Only God Forgives. That's a good film.
And then
Oz and the Real Girl, never seen.
Talked about it the other day. Good film.
Yeah. Murder by Numbers. That's a good one.
The Ideas of March. I actually don't think I've seen that at all.
Ideas of March. Yeah, I've seen it in high school. I want to say.
Trying to find other ones that like he's kind of known for.
Like year 11 or year 12 English. We watched that shit. Good movie. I didn't realize he was in Love and Thunder, but all right. Haunted Mansion, not out yet. Stays, never seen. Believer,
the only
never
one
seen.
Good is like All Good Things. Lovely
things,
bunch of stuff. Like once you get into these other ones, it's like kind of stuff. But I remember him in All Good Things, but I can't remember.
The one I'm really looking forward to is Project Hail Mary because I fucking love that book. and he's apparently going to be the main character. So I'm very, very excited for it. Project Hail Mary was written by the same dude that did The Martian, and I will not tell any of the story of the actual book itself, but really, really fucking good, and it would 100% transfer really well to the screen if they do it right. And Ryan Gosling as main character is also really, really cool. So
Ryan Gosling's just incredible. We should like just pretty much go like every single podcast at the end, give like a 2-second Ryan Gosling appreciation post. So like, right, we love you, Ryan Gosling, and then that's it. And then talk about like Barbie countdown that we've kind of said as a running joke. But yeah.
What else? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
I'm excited for Creed. I'm actually excited for Creed. I need to organize when I'm going to go see that.
Yeah, honestly, I'd suggest you go fucking get yourself some tickets and go.
Yeah, I might have a look and see what's like the go tomorrow, because I'm working. Actually, no, I don't think tomorrow would be the ideal situation.
John Wick comes out soon.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. I need to watch John Wick 3, the Parabellum or whatever it's called. Again, that shit fucking was a little wild, bro. I forgot how violent those are. There's parts of there where I'm just like, holy, they're really just murdering everyone right now. They're going to Tam on the murder home.
Real good, bro. Real fucking good.
Bad good films.
I'm looking forward to it. Apparently, this may be the last one for a little while. I don't know if there will be more in the future, but the director wants a break from it for a little bit.
Okay.
So that also may be a thing of how the story goes. I don't fucking know. At the moment, though, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, and other random news, apparently James Gunn does want Henry Cavill to still stay with DC, just as a different role.
We love that.
Which is, I can dig that. What else? There's another bunch of fucking random shows and shit coming. Falcon is finally becoming proper Captain America, and there's going to be a spin-off movie or show or something that's based around him as Captain America, not as Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's cool because Anthony Mackie is a good actor. He's been in some really good shit in the past, and they keep fucking slapping him as the plucky sidekick, and I think it's pretty cool that it starts getting some shit. Fucking Ant-Man was trash.
Yeah, I've heard real mixed things about fucking.
I'm waiting for that shit to come out onto fucking streaming. I'm not paying for that to go theater.
Yeah, to go see that in the cinema. Hell no.
Yeah. I didn't do it for fucking Black Panther. Why the hell would I do it for Ant-Man?
Yeah, that is true.
What else? I think there's just being like small little things. Apparently, Sam Raimi might be doing some more movies soon. More horror stuff instead of what he's been doing of late, where it's been more things. But it's gonna be some cool stuff. Apparently James Bond's the writer for the James Bond stuff is in talks for a new film.
Yep. Okay.
So there might be an actual James Bond pick soon. Which, actually, who would you want to see as James Bond?
This is a hard question.
Ryan Gosling, isn't it?
Yeah, Ryan Gosling as James Bond, dude. How good would he be? Oh, my lord.
Fuck.
Oh, my actual lord. That would be so... I would actually... No, I can't. I'm not even... I don't actually think that'd be that good. I don't know. I find... Who's up there for it? I know they were talking about good old Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill would be really good, but I think because The Man from U.N.C.L.E., if that's going to continue, he won't do it.
Yeah. I think they talked about that.
I honestly would quite like to see... Because, okay, Idris Elba keeps getting brought up, and yes, it would be cool, and I would love to see it. But I think he's getting too old for the character.
Yeah.
Because Idris Elba, like, it's more of a thing of if you look at like all the James Bonds, right? Yeah, Idris Elba is like what 50? Yeah, 50. So it ended up
He's
being
getting
this like
old.
weird John Wick thing where it's like he's already retired by the time that he's kind of doing it. Well, if you look at like almost every other James Bond, I think Sean Connery was the oldest one.
Mhm.
Like none of them have been that old. And he was probably the oldest one when the last time he did it, right? But picking like a 50-year-old to start as James Bond, I think is just not a smart move.
Nah.
I think some fans wanted what's the dude Eggsy from Kingsman?
Oh yeah.
What's his
The
name?
Kings.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, apparently a bunch of fans wanted him to be, and that wouldn't be bad. He's I wouldn't be against seeing him. He's a younger fella. He's about 30. He's definitely got some chops, not only with the Kingsman, but with other films that he's done.
Mhm.
Um, I think he could be pretty good. I don't know, honestly, who I would personally say would be a good pick, but I know who wouldn't be. um, but yeah, look, I think whoever they pick, it shouldn't be someone that has the age on them unless they're trying to do again the John Wick thing where it's like a formerly retired person that was in it kind of thing.
Well, what about the whole controversialness that I hate how I have to say controversialness about having a female James Bond?
I'd be fine with it personally. I think it's a bit weird because then it wouldn't be James Bond; it would just be a 007 character.
Yeah.
So it's that thing of like, how can I put it? It it would be in the universe, but it's not James Bond. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because like James Bond was written by Ian Fleming, who wrote a character called James Bond in these books.
Yeah.
Like that's who he's supposed to be. So yes, under the code name 007. So if they made like a series of films that was just called like 007 or like code name 007 or something, and you call her something similar to James Bond, sure.
Mhm.
Fucking, you can even put James Bond there as the like mentor, whatever you want to do, really. But it doesn't make sense calling it a James Bond film when it's not
Not a James Bond film.
James
Yeah.
Bond, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
If they wanted to go in that direction, again, I am by no means against it. I think it would be really cool. I think we do need to see more female action stars that do some badass shit. Um, I think it'd be really, really cool.
Very
Like,
cool.
I really do. I would love to see the espionage side of stuff with it as well. It'd be really fucking cool. If they wanted to do it as a period piece, they could. If they wanted to do it as like a serious nowadays kind of thing, they could. Whatever they wanted to do. I think it would be very good. But you definitely can't call it a James Bond film. It would just be a 007 film, which
Yeah.
isn't a bad thing.
Not a bad thing at all.
But it's all about the approach on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Um,
don't know. I'm very torn with it. I've heard like lots of little things. I kind of want to just see like castings and see that type of stuff. But no matter what they're going to do, people are going to be like, "Fuck yeah, no, yeah." Like,
yeah.
it's always going to be a heated topic. Always
Well,
going
I
to be a
mean,
heated
in No
topic.
Time to Die, they put a black woman as 007. And I was cool with that. It didn't bother me at all, right? She didn't get much of the film, but she had a cool bit towards the end of it, right? But like outside of that, there's nothing else really there, you know?
Well, the thing with that is like, yeah, I haven't. No, I don't actually think I've because that's the one with Anna De Armas in it, isn't it? No Time to Die. Pretty sure she's in it.
Yeah.
I don't actually think I've seen that. I
I
don't think I've
only
seen that
watched
movie.
it around the end of last year.
I need to watch James Bond. If we're going to ever talk about James Bond, we're going to bring Josh on. One of my mates literally has that wants to go on the podcast. His own James Bond podcast. So kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm more than happy for it if he comes on and we just fucking talk about James Bond films. But yeah, look, I'd just be really cool with stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very open with it. I just want them to do anything that they do. I want them to do it right.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that because it's the thing of like with the Creed films, there was a big thing of being like, oh, you're stepping into the shadow of another film. Are you even going to be up to expectations?
Yeah.
And like with Creed, it went, of course, well. With like the John Wick films, every movie that's come out has still worked, and they've expanded on story, and they've continued doing shit, and it's cool. And if they're doing a second one, or not a second one, they're doing one called Ballerina, which actually, funnily enough, has Anna de Arms in it as well. And dude, it looks fucking cool because it's about a fucking ballerina hit woman. Like, that's fucking sick. I dig it, and I'm cool with it. But if you're living in the shadow of something, you have to fucking destroy the expectations or create something entirely different.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. It's like big like shoes to fill at any time when people have like a character like that. Like massive shoes to fill. It's like, it's not a, I don't know, it's not a bad thing. It's like in anything we talked about, even some of the anime ones, it's like you're never going to be able to fill them. So it's like never take it too seriously. And I feel like that's the biggest thing these days is like, if you know that you're not going to be able to fill the shoes because like there's such a high, it's like just have fun with the role. Like that's all you can really do at the end of the day. So,
no,
because viewers are going to be toxic no matter what. We know how everyone is in video games and films. Like even if you do a really good job, people are going to say it's shit and hate it. So just have fun with it.
Yeah,
have fun with it. But all I want to say before we end off the podcast is Last of Us. Keep going. Keep watching it, everyone. I told you we're not doing reviews on it anymore. So it's just getting too fucking good. But last episode, chef's kiss. Holy, like that's all I can really say. Like just wild. Every time I just got to bring it up, like remind people. Last of Us, incredible. We don't talk about the episodes because it's just getting too good now. We had a bit of a chat, but you watched the last one, didn't you?
I actually still have not. I'm behind about 3 episodes now.
What? Yeah, you got to catch up. I'm going to message Nick and say, hey, sit down, watch The Last of Us with your brother. Stop being a bitch. Because so good, actually so good. I keep getting amazed at how well it just keeps topping itself, and as it just keeps getting better and better and better. Like, kind of freaky how good it keeps getting. So, but I feel like that's where we'll probably end the night. Yeah. Go fucking put on a rom-com. Go, what were you gonna go put on? Like a spy movie.
Yeah, put on a spy film or
rom-com.
Fucking rom-com. Go watch some Ryan Gosling stuff.
You watch Ryan Gosling, just remember literally me.
Yeah, and feel free to send us through reviews. I'm the Titan Z across all social media.
And I'm X-Artemis.
Yeah, ARTMIS.
Yeah,
feel free to chuck us a follow. Mm-hmm. Feel free to let us know what you think. Feel free to give us your review of every Ryan Gosling film in extreme detail, please.
Yes. Extreme detail.
Yes, but otherwise, get out there, go watch some films, go play some games, you fucking nerds, and take care of yourselves.
Take care of yourselves.
Or don't.
No,
Get out of here, losers.
No, taking care of ourselves.
No, do actually. And take care of your friends around you as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in Australia, we're getting into, the cooler time of year and, depression starts to kick up, check on your homies.
Yeah. Tell someone that you love them. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Because it's very simple to do. I love you.
Go tell your mother or your father or your brother or your sister that you love them because it does mean something. And you know what? I love you too, Nick. You're a great fucking dude. I'm glad to have this podcast with you.
You're a great motherfucker. You're a great motherfucker, bro. But you're a motherfucker.
All right. Also, I'm gonna fix the fucking audio issue that I've noticed we've been having over the last few episodes, and I think I know what it is. And don't worry, it'll get fixed. Anyway,
We like that.
take care of yourselves, guys.